Hey everybody, I want to address a couple of things that I've needed to speak about for a while. The first being my personal Patreon, and the second, which I'll get to in a moment, is going to be the new movie that I'm doing. So, first and foremost, I need this Patreon, I need this YouTube channel, I should say, to start generating enough income to justify the amount of time I put into it. Every video that you see from me constitutes at least a day's worth of work. And so I need to, as a result, I have to basically take a day off from my day job, which I can essentially do because I work from home. However, I do have to, make up the difference. And so the reason that there's been such extended gaps between videos is because I have to make sure all of the other work that I do is taken care of first. Now, the inevitable question arises of why should we pay you for something you already do for free? This crowdfunding that I'm doing for my personal Patreon will allow me to prioritize making videos. So you will see more videos, more content. I would like to do ideally a minimum of 4 videos a month, so a video a week. Ideally 2 videos a week, so 8 videos a month, and that will allow me to really get the, kind of really get the ball rolling on this and really make the channel pay for itself. Make the channel pay for itself. Make the channel pay for itself. Now, the reason I'm asking about this is because, I was reading an article on how to best run a Patreon for your personal purposes for YouTube, that sort of thing, and the best answer is to just honestly say, here is why I need the money. And so the best answer I have for you is that I have several $1,000s of credit card debt that I need to pay off, and that's just reality. My day job, I have a good day job. It pays for this apartment that I live in, it pays for my food, and that's about it, and everything else gets paid for on credit card, and I need to start making a dent in that. So far I've made about $2,000 in sales of the Sarkeesian effect. Laugh it up if you want. Anyway, obviously all of that went to pay either my bills or to pay my legal fees for the settlement negotiations that have been going on. So anyway, I need to get that, I need to get up to what I feel is a very modest and very reasonable amount of $100 per video on my Patreon. But what I would like to see is, to put it like Jimmy Wales says it, if everybody who sees this message donated X amount of money, we could finish our fundraising efforts in an hour. If, if 400, or let's say, 400 of you donated a quarter, 25 cents per video, we would have $100 per video right there. And that's status. I'm not trying to get to the Zoe Quinn level. I'm not trying to do anything like that except, supplement my regular income and take care of some debts that I have. Also, there's an additional personal reason, which is that I would like very much to spend Christmas with somebody. They know who they are. And I would like to be able to make that happen. So I don't want this to just be e-begging.
Turn off that pesky ad block. 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 Turn off that pesky ad block.
And then I'm going to set a modest stretch goal. If I should get $250 per video, and understand that's per video, not per month. If I get $250 per video, I will finance a jazz guitar album.
Turn off that pesky ad block. Turn off that pesky ad block.
The other thing I want to talk about very quickly is what's going on with the movie. Now, the next movie. So, As you know, the Sarkeesian Effect was released by my brand, which was JO42 Productions, and JO42 Productions will be handling this next film. It will deal with video games. It will be unrelated to Sarkeesian and social justice warriors and all that. Instead, what I want to do is a passion project of my own. As many of you know, I have a series that I do called My Favorite Games, and as I was working on that series, I realized there were a lot of games, a specific group of games, I should say, that I wanted to do an extended video on, and then I thought this would be a great documentary. These particular games by this particular company, and once once we announce the project, you'll know what I'm referring to, and I think it'll make sense very easily why these games kind of are at the top of the mountain in terms of recognition, and why I want to do a documentary about specifically the making of these games. So to do that, I wanted to be able to show you all that my filmmaking prowess had improved since the Sarkeesian Effect, and so I went to one of the donors to the Sarkeesian Effect, a gentleman who had very graciously been donating $3,000 a month to that project, and I took out a personal loan with him that I will, for $1,500 that I'll be paying back with interest. And he, I told him about the project, and he was very excited about it, saying, you're going to be seeing a pitch video coming up very soon that will, I think, showcase the improvements. You're going to see that footage, and I think it will really convey to you that this is going to be, I've learned from all of my mistakes, and we're going to have a really beautiful product. And this is not a political thing. This is not any kind of activist thing. It's just telling the story of this particular group of people and everything, and I think it's going to be really, really fun and really cool once it's announced.
Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy.
Show you the way I'm conducting the business. Everyone who comes to work for me as a contract employee, or just a contractor I should say, to work for me on this project will sign a contract that has been drafted by my attorney, which will say that they acknowledge that the project is the property of JO42 Productions, me, that it is that they are not to retain any of the video footage from the project for any other purposes, and that there will be a non-disclosure statement saying that if any of them are dismissed, neither I nor they will make any mention of it publicly. I'm going to be asking for $60,000, for $60,000, for $60,000, for $60,000, for $60,000.
As you know, the Redskins have been on the forefront of Kickstarter as a company that is always finding new and exciting ways to tell people to go f themselves. And
to make this film, which is only slightly more than what it cost to make the Sarkeesian Effect, which cost just over $54,000 all total. So, $100 per $100 food budget per day for $1,600 for iTunes HD, $960 for Hulu, $725 for Amazon, and $2,500 for Netflix. So to get distribution through all those sources. $2,000 for advertising, and that's going to be for getting YouTube and advertising on YouTube, advertising on Twitter, on Facebook, all social media, that sort of thing. You know, this is a movie that I'm not making just to have it be a glorified publicity stunt. I am doing this out of a love of these games.
Smoke weed, smoke weed, smoke weed.
Every day.
Smoke weed.
Every day.
Smoke weed.
Every day.
Smoke
that eating tacos is bigoted and cultural appropriation.